What's going on, guys? You are currently watching a clip from my Bow Bass Beat Sesh podcast. The full episode will be linked in the description down below. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and like the video.
The near-death experience.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to hear about this so bad.
Because I know I was going to save it for the podcast. And I didn't want to talk about it like off recording. So, to you guys out there, I almost died the other weekend. We almost froze to death. It was a good night and everything. We had a little board game night. We decided I was drinking and I was like, I kind of want to go for a walk. So we go for a walk. There's a little tunnel down a couple blocks away. And we decide, let's just go chill there for a bit. We'll get out of the wind and everything. So we go there and everything, right? We're chilling there for a while. We got into some really deep conversations and everything. And then where I was sitting there thinking like, I'm really cold. And, we kept talking for a bit and I'm thinking like, I gotta go. Like I said to my buddy, I'm like, no, I'm like really cold. Like we kind of gotta go. I need to be somewhere warm. And as we walked out, I was joking at the time. I was sitting there thinking like, I've never wanted to get to my bed so much in my life. But that was me joking and just saying like, oh, I kind of want to be, I can't wait to get home. Halfway home, we're against the wind's absolutely like blaring against us.
And sorry, where is this?
This is legit just down the street.
Oh,
this is like here down the street.
Okay. This was a few weeks ago?
Yeah, this was like 2 weeks ago.
Well, I was going to say, regardless, even if it was 2 weeks ago, for people that, I don't know if tuning in from out of here, it was like negative 20 to 30 like a few weeks ago here.
It definitely like, because we were just going to walk around the block and then we decided like, you know what, fuck it, let's go down like over to that tunnel and just chill for a bit. And on the way back, it was fucked. Like I decided like, dude, let's cut through this neighborhood because like I know like it was my jogging route. So I was like, I know how this whole route is. Like, let's try and go through this way. Maybe we'll get out of the wind. And like as we're going, like my hands are in my pockets. Like I've got my hood up. I'm zipped up all the way. Like I'm legit like scrunched up. Like I've got my arms around my chest trying to warm up, and it was fucked. Like my heart went from I was so cold, like I started panicking because I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm actually like, it's gonna take so long to get home. My heart's going like,
yeah,
right, and you can feel it, like you can feel it in your head and everything. And all of a sudden my vision goes fucking like kind of like blurry and like it's getting hard to see. I'm stumbling around. Like it wasn't even the alcohol, like or anything like that. I knew it wasn't the alcohol. And
the alcohol definitely could have helped in aiding the cold factor, right?
Yeah, it definitely like made me realize didn't make me realize how cold it was that night.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like if you're in the tunnel and then you come out and then like the alcohol is wearing off as it's getting colder. Exactly. It's like that's when you'll really start feeling how cold it is.
So yeah, like my heart going from like 128 like BPM, like it's all of a sudden going like,
oh shit.
And I'm sitting there like I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, and we're still like a ways away from the house.
Yeah, if you're panicking, your heart is at now a speed lower than what you're usually like attuned to. You're like, that's not good at all.
Yeah,
that can't
I'm
be
like,
good.
My heart is legit like slowing the fuck down. I'm like, and then I was sitting there thinking like, it almost got to the point where I was like gonna turn around because at this point I was just in autopilot. Like I was looking at the ground. I'm thinking about how cold I am. Thinking about like, I really don't want to die tonight.
It's like actually jogging. You're there like, I got another kilometer to go.
Well,
so you're just
tuned
out,
right? If he wasn't
right?
behind me, I would have started jogging because that would have warmed my body up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, his knees are the greatest. So like I had to keep walking and he was a little ways behind me, but I was like, I can't even slow down for him. I was about to turn around and it was almost at that point where I was like, I was going to turn around and be like, either we start going home like faster or we fucking have to start knocking on doors to ask if we can, like, as bad as it looks, we have to start knocking on doors and be like, can we stand in your like entrance for like 3 minutes?
Yeah, just to warm up.
Like, it was getting that bad. And like we ran into this guy like halfway there. There's construction. So this is what's happened. There's construction going on the road and we're like continue walking and everything like that. We ran into this guy and everything like that. And he goes like, yo, what's going on? And he was like, what are you guys doing out here at 2 a.m.? Because it was like 2 a.m., probably almost 3 now.
They're definitely freezing at that point 2 weeks ago.
For real.
Jesus. It's like it's as cold as you're getting like periodically in the nighttime.
Yeah, so he's like going like, he's asking us because he thinks we're workers. He's like, what are you guys doing out here at 3 a.m.? We're like, we're just out here. Like, we're legit out here. Like we were just drinking. Like we're just on our way home. And he's like, oh shit, what's going on? He's like, I'm just out here smoking a joint. And I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? You know, and
God.
this guy, he reminded me a lot of my buddy from back home. Like just really bubbly, just doesn't care. Like we'll just talk to anyone he wants, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just like shoot the shit with everyone, right? So he reminded me of that. And my buddy was like a little sketched out by him. But like for me, I found it calming. My heart got to the point where it was just like
Fine
it got to a
again.
regular beat.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel it. I felt like I was warming up because we weren't exactly in the wind, and it calmed me down a lot. But then he went to go talk to the worker, say he was gonna come right back, and we were gonna, and so he was gonna, and then my buddy was like, okay, let's just stay here for a bit. I was like, I turned to him like dead serious, like the most dead serious I've ever been. And I was like, I look at him like, no, we need to go home now.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, we need to go home now. Well, that'd be the wide angle that cut out.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, so like, I was like, we got home, finally warmed up. It was like, I felt my hands and yeah, I just couldn't feel like anything. I was like, I looked at him and was like, we actually almost died. Like, we actually could have died.
Oh, 100%.
I was like, fuck.
Sometimes you realize like almost too far after the factor that like you actually put yourself in harm's way. Like,
Yeah.
especially if you're the type of person that's like, I wouldn't say an adrenaline junkie, but I've had a few moments in my life where I'm there like I finished something and I was like, that was close, dude. Like that, like we could have died.
That
like
was a
that was
close
not
call,
good.
yeah.
Like no chance.
Because yeah, I've definitely had moments like that, but I'm like, you know, you just think about like the adrenaline and you're like,
Yeah.
whatever, right? No, that was one of those moments where I'm like, we're never doing that again. We are not going over there because